So it's Wednesday. It's the what is it? The 10th of February. A little scattered. So let's try and concentrate and collect my thoughts here. Uh, it's beautiful outside, so I decided to take the time and come outside and talk a little bit. I did not record today while I was driving. Today has not been a very focused day, and it's really not been a big motivational, inspirational day. It's just been kind of void, which is weird because yesterday was uh, started off feeling restricted. I made my recording yesterday and it was an hour, but there's just a few things after uh, yesterday's recording and the processing last night and getting up today and getting through the day that came to my mind, and that's kind of what I'm hoping will continue to happen. Is that as I move forward and continue to make uh, posts, make recordings, and I get to process ideas in my mind and vocalize them, and as I'm either watching them back or rehashing them in my mind, I'll uh, recall other things that I could pair along with what I've already talked about, and that it's just something that I can build on. It that every day that I do this, that I move forward and continue to talk about what it is that I want to talk about, the more the ideas will flow, the more ideas will come together, the more theories and concepts I can piece together and present, and hopefully they benefit somebody along the way. It's I have so many different topics kind of rolling through my head at the same time. It's struggling to focus on any one, which is really kind of how my whole day has been. There's been an extreme lack of focus, and I mean that in a variety of different senses. Just not a lot of clarity, and it really the void was really kind of the best way to describe it. I woke up this morning and I just felt detached from everything, and no emotional reactions to anything, just a very uneventful, unfocused, unemotional day. And sometimes those are the most difficult to deal with. And I'm through it. I'm here. I'm at home. It's 10 to 6. Rhonda and Morgan are out running errands, so got a little bit of time here. You know, the morning started off extremely cool, and I haven't felt 100% right for a number of weeks from a physical standpoint. Just kind of, you know, lingering allergy symptoms, which have been kind of dissipating over the last few days, but just uh, some ups and downs with the, you know, how I've really felt physically, and the weather really has been playing a part in that. I mean, when it gets to mid 70s like it is now, and it's absolutely beautiful outside, sunshine, skies are blue, the stuff that remains green when it's in this time of the years, you know, it's green, it looks nice. Um, but it's been cooling down overnight, and it's the difference in the temperatures from overnight to the afternoon and the mornings have really been difficult for me to process, to handle. It's really taken a toll on me, which is I don't even like to admit, because it seems very weak to be affected by the weather that much, especially coming from an environment up north where, you know, you deal with extreme cold temperatures, and then, you know, by no means are we cold by those standards, but it's just the difference in those temperatures that you experience in such a short period of time that's I'm having trouble getting used to. So some ups and downs. You know, just the weather has always had a pretty strong influence on how I react, how I feel. You know, the winter depressions up north were terrible. It's part of the reason I wanted to get out of the Midwest to not have to deal with all that. So having, much milder seasons through the winter months and having some things that are still green it's been huge for me as far as my mental state through these months. The length of the darker hours is still, has an impact on how I approach and process and get through my day and my mental state. So, when the sun is out and it's pleasant outside, I really try to capitalize on it, make the most of it. So, one of the things that I noted after yesterday's recording, and this was due to last night's processing, is that my recording was close to an hour, and it's only the second time that I've made one that was that long. And it took forever last night to get it sorted out. I loaded it on the computer, and it took a long time to transfer, then it took a long time to convert, and then it took a long time to save. It took hours. It was creeping up on 9:30 by the time it was done. I started as soon as I got home from work. So I only had 2 videos to process. I still have one on my phone I want to get processed, but it really kind of struck me as I need to maybe, as much as I was hoping to get kind of fired up as I did yesterday and have that nice steady stream of thoughts and the ability to vocalize and present them relatively easy. I've been craving that situation, that moment, and recording it felt good. It was a rush to do it, but I might have to find a way to get that fired up and make shorter recordings because of just the length of time it takes to sort through them. I really didn't have any time to do anything else. I'm loading it now. I just got on and logged into YouTube and now uploading that video on the computer to that, which is why I'm using the GoPro outside today instead of the laptop. So just a tweak in the way I'm going to maybe try to approach these is making shorter videos, and I can see, since I have the app on here and I can see myself, I can also see that we're 7 minutes into this. So there was, like I said, a couple big topics that I kind of wanted to just address really quick, and I just really wanted to take the advantage to sit outside and talk to myself. So, so real happy with yesterday's recording. Again, just felt very motivated, fired up, inspired yesterday. Just felt very clear, and then a huge detour on that front today, feeling completely out of sorts and just not connected to anything. Just really don't feel like I care about anything. I feel tired, and it could be a physiological reaction to me fighting off some type of a bug. Rhonda did not go to work today because she didn't feel well. Morgan was sick yesterday but went to school, was feeling better, went to school today, but then had to be picked up. She wasn't feeling well. So there's stuff floating around, and as much as I try to maintain my health and maintain a positive attitude and avoid having downtime with illness, there's still some side effects even when your body's fighting those things off. And I kind of get the sense that maybe that's where I'm at, and some of my physical energies are going to that focus right now. But even with that detachment, what I really wanted to do is I really wanted to write a letter today, reaching out to another creative individual in hopes of establishing some type of a correspondence, a relationship where we can share maybe some creative ideas and help me to continue to evolve and produce information that can be shared. Again, this is really just all me showing my way, and sometimes I need a context, and I really feel like I need that interaction with somebody else to really put that into motion. So that's what I was hoping to do today, but just really didn't feel like it. I just was not feeling it, and I've never been one to push on that on a topic that if I'm not feeling it. So I definitely am an emotional worker, and as I am usually easily distracted by the things that are going on around me, there is a huge cockroach crawling across the screen on the other side of the table there. So, again, everyday distractions. But I did run a test run with the GoPro today, turned it around and faced it out through the front, since I really have developed my theories and a lot of my philosophies on watching the physical world around us, because I really believe that everything in the nature of our universe, the nature of human beings, is replicated in the things around us. So by observing the details of whatever you happen to pull into your scope and put your focus on, you can really come to some conclusions about well, the nature of everything. And I've really spent a lot of time developing those and thinking about that and trying to put it into some kind of a format and context that is presentable, that somebody else can maybe understand. And again, I don't want to teach what I feel like I've learned, because again, that implies a definitive truth, which I'm not claiming to have. I'm just claiming to have an opinion and a way of seeing things that might lend more clarity to your understanding of everything that's going on around you and who you are and what your purpose is. So, but what was really kind of hitting me today is back to the whole concept of levels of evolution, levels of intelligence, and that some of the things that I think and believe are very easy to convey, are very easy for somebody else to understand, because they apply to everybody on the most basic level. And some of them aren't. Some of the things that I have come up with and determined to be my own personal truth in my system of belief are going to be very difficult for some people to understand and to grasp. And I think that's been the way for as long as humanity has been here, as long as consciousness has taken a physical form, is levels of understanding and the capacity to understand. And I'm not saying that I'm struggling with it, but I'm really trying to determine what's going to be the best way to present everything. And I mean, everything that I've done so far has really been an introduction. It's really been me presenting, all right, this is who I am, this is the basis of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, without getting into too much of the heart of what I'm trying to do. Partially from an economic standpoint, part of me wants to be able to market and profit off of sharing that, and that's just a natural order of things, to be able to try and create a living off of well, whatever you can. And as much as I want to share everything, I don't want to limit the possibility of being able to create a product later on that's a little bit more in depth and maybe has a little bit more financial value. So, but another part of it is I don't want to alienate anyone. If I came right out and just said, all right, this is what I see and this is exactly how I see it, and take it or leave it, and I just didn't differentiate between, I guess, levels of possibility of somebody to grasp and understand it, I would probably eliminate the majority of any potential audience. So, baby steps, again, reference to that, a little bit at a time in digestible bite-sized pieces that I can present out there, and then build on that, and then maybe down the road be able to specify and I guess more, I don't know the phrase I'm looking for. But anyway, I just heard the car door shut out front, so I'm guessing that they're probably back home, which means I'm probably going to terminate my session here. But that was really it. I mean, the biggest thing that I really kind of wanted to just touch on, because it's kind of been rolling around in my head, and I thought maybe if I got out and I vocalized it a little bit, it might help me process it and sort it out after the fact, which will make for a better recording tomorrow or the next day or whenever. But that's really where my mind is right now, is the level of capacity for people to understand some of the concepts that I have to offer. And I'm more than happy to share my vision, my way with anybody that's willing to listen. But I don't want to alienate any one particular audience by offering up something that is something that can't be comprehended by any one individual, and deter them from maybe taking some benefit away from some of the things that I can show and teach that are easily understandable for them. That's just sounded like a jumbled up bunch of words that had no meaning to me as I spoke them, but I guess that's how it came out. So again, sometimes it's just a practice session when I sit here and talk about it, to find the ability to express sometimes